As mentioned, I often include my family members in my daredevil life. My nephew Ian always seemed to be around when things were unfolding for me. This time, he got a little too close to the fire in one story I'll call Head Meet Table. You see, my nephew Ian and I share a tight bond as we're not too far apart in ages, so I guess it was only natural for him to be involved in quite a few of the episodes. He was game for any kind of roughhousing, chasing, or any other dangerous activity I had up my sleeve. By the way, this is one story I still truly feel bad about. The poor guy was so unsuspecting. He was so trusting in me. At the time, I was playing hockey on a team called IBEW, which stands for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, which to me, at the time, sounded a little satanic or something. I didn't know what this International Brotherhood was, but they bought us jerseys and I was happy to play. Matter of fact, here's a picture of me and Ian right around that time. Wow, look at the fashion sense. Matching shirt and jeans? Ian's outfit doesn't seem to fit so well. And yes, that is a wooden hockey stick. Thank you very much. So, for this particular day's events, I decided to teach Ian how to take or absorb a hockey body check. I tell him to get back about 10 feet or so he can get a good run at me and I can show him how to absorb the hit. What do you think, buddy? Is this going to work out well for Ian? Now, before we get too far into this story, let me tell you that my dad was not a professional builder type guy. To start, he was born without his left forearm and, by extension, the hand. But that was one thing. He wasn't very good at hammering nails. He was also an entrepreneur that worked about 12 hours a day at his business, which was the family funeral home. So he had lots to do. He had long work days and enjoyed his 30 minutes off a day. But one time, he did manage to produce a magnificent table. Low set, square hunk of wood / iron, the centerpiece of our living room. It weighed about 200 pounds. That's about 98 kilos for those using metric. Needless to say, it didn't get moved a whole lot. Except this one time. So that brings me back to the situation we're in. Ian's backed up about 10 feet and he's ready to come charging at me. He's gonna throw a body check at me and I'm gonna show him how to deal with that. Well, he starts coming at me and he gets a lot of speed up for a little guy, and just at the time when we're about to make contact, I step out of the way. Now, I didn't plan this, nor was I cognizant of that damn table being right behind me. So obviously, when I step aside, the table steps up. You know, I expected to see him tumbling along the nice soft carpet, but oh no. He stops immediately as his head crashes into the edge of the table. It was pretty impressive. That table actually moved about 3 inches on impact, and immediately his forehead started to swell like a softball was trying to break out from the skin. The adults were scrambling, trying to get Ian into the car to get him to the hospital to get fixed up. And in the end, they had no choice. They had to leave his younger sister with myself and my father while they went off to tend to Ian. I hope that didn't sound evil. Well, I'm not throwing Dad under the bus or anything, but he was the one holding her when she wiggled out of his arms and fell headfirst into the glass coffee table. Cut her head open. I guess all we could do was put her on the couch until they got back. We only had one car at the house. Like father, like son. If you like this story, please consider subscribing below. We upload on Fridays. Dad's Quality Stories.